Check, check, 1, 2, check. Check, check, 1, 2, check. Welcome, Wealth Builders, to podcast number 84. So you're ready to retire. Now what? This podcast will talk about the 10 steps to secure dependable income in retirement. I'm your host, James Marshall, and welcome to my show, 100 Wealth Building Secrets with James Marshall, where we help you to build, protect, and preserve your wealth one principle at a time. Now, today's episode addresses one of the most important transitions you will ever face financially. So you're ready to retire. Now what? For years, even decades, you've worked hard. You've sacrificed. You've saved money. You've contributed to retirement accounts. You've invested in your financial future. And then one day, retirement finally arrives. The thing is, many people spend their entire working lives focused on accumulating assets, but very little time thinking about what happens once they stop receiving a paycheck. The reality is that retirement changes everything. During your working years, your job produces income. And during your retirement years, your assets must produce income to replace that income that you got from your job. Now, granted, you're probably going to need a little bit less. Most people need 80% at retirement, 80% of what they made when they were working at retirement. Now, that's a completely different challenge. The question changes from how much money can I accumulate to how can I create dependable income that lasts for the rest of my life? Today, I'm going to share 10 practical steps that can help you create a retirement income strategy designed to provide financial confidence, flexibility, and peace of mind. Whether retirement is 5 years away, 1 year away, or you're already retired, these principles can help you make smart financial decisions. So let's begin. Step one, create a written retirement income plan. Yes, you know I'm going to talk about financial planning because it is key. One of the biggest mistakes retirees make in assuming that retirement planning ends when retirement begins. I'll say that again. Start over. One of the biggest mistakes retirees make is assuming that retirement planning ends when retirement begins. Actually, that's when a new phase starts. Many people have investment accounts, they have retirement accounts, they have even savings accounts, but surprisingly few have a written retirement income plan. And a retirement income plan is not one that focuses on so much on cash reserves and debt management. It focuses on how you will be able to exit your accumulation strategy. A retirement account is not a retirement strategy. Think about it this way. If you were planning a cross country trip, would you simply get in the car and start driving without knowing where you're going? Probably not. That's exactly what many people do when they retire. Many retirees do this financially. A written retirement income plan should answer three key questions about your retirement. How much income do you need? Where will it come from? How long should it last? And that's the tough one because you don't know when you're going to die, but you need to use these statistics. Most people have a life expectancy around 92 to 94. So you want to at least plan for that and make adjustments along the way. Now, the clearer your answers, the more confidence you'll have when markets become volatile or unexpected expenses arise. Now, a written plan transforms uncertainty into direction, and direction creates confidence. And that's what you want when it comes to retirement income. You don't want to go through retirement in fear. Step two, identify essential and discretionary expenses. Now, the next step is understanding your spending needs. One of the most valuable exercises I encourage retirees to do is to complete a separate expense report, two different categories. Category one should be essential expenses. These are expenses that must be paid regardless of economic conditions. This includes housing, utilities, food, healthcare, insurance, transportation. And number two is your discretionary expenses. Now, these are lifestyle expenses, more of your wants, not your needs. And they include travel, entertainment, dining out, hobbies, luxury purchases. So why is this distinction important? Well, because your essential expenses should ideally come from a covered, dependable income source. When your necessities are covered, market fluctuations. Say that again. Why is this distinction important? Because your essential expenses should ideally come from a dependable income source. When your necessities are covered, market fluctuations become much less stressful. Instead of worrying about paying your bills, you can focus on enjoying retirement. Financial freedom becomes Financial freedom begins when basic needs are secure. Step 3, maximize Social Security benefits. Social Security is often the foundation of retirement income. Unfortunately, many people make claiming decisions. Say that again. Unfortunately, many people make claiming decisions without fully understanding the long term impact. Claiming benefits too early may become a problem. Waiting too long could also become a problem. The earlier you claim, the smaller the income. The longer you wait, the larger the income. There is no universal answer. The right strategy depends on factors such as your health, your life expectancy, marital status, and of course, your other income sources, your spousal benefits, your survivor benefits. A carefully planned Social Security strategy can significantly increase lifetime retirement income. Now, say that again. I've seen situations where one decision resulted in tens of thousands of dollars of additional retirement income over a lifetime. That's why this step deserves careful consideration. Don't simply claim benefits because a friend did. Evaluate what makes sense for your unique situation. Step 4, establish an emergency cash reserves. You knew I was going to talk about cash reserves because that's key to everything about building wealth. So you want to establish an emergency cash reserves for your retirement life as well. Retirement doesn't eliminate expenses. If anything, unexpected expenses become more common. A roof replacement, a vehicle repair, medical expenses, family emergencies, market downturns. This is why maintaining a cash reserve this is why maintaining a cash reserve remains one more time. This is why maintaining a cash reserve remains important throughout retirement. Many retirees choose to maintain 6 months to 2 years of living expenses in cash or highly liquid accounts. The purpose isn't investment growth, the purpose is stability. Think of your emergency reserves as financial shock absorbers. It provides flexibility when markets decline and helps prevent emotional decisions. You don't want to have to sell a stock when it's down because something came up. So if you have enough cash reserves, you can still deal with that issue without affecting the growth of your portfolio and thus your retirement income. One of the worst mistakes retirees make is selling investments during market downturns simply because they need cash. So, an emergency reserve helps avoid that situation. Step 5, develop a retirement withdrawal strategy. Accumulating and distributing money require different strategies. Now, many retirees focus heavily on saving, few spend enough time planning withdrawals. Questions to consider include: how much should I withdraw each year? Which account should I use first? How should withdrawals change during market downturns? How can I reduce taxes? A withdrawal strategy helps answer these questions. And also, when you are depending on investments, the return that you're getting on the investment will address how much you will be able to withdraw without liquidating that account. So, without a strategy, retirees risk overspending early in retirement or becoming unnecessarily restrictive out of fear. A disciplined approach helps balance lifestyle enjoyment and long term stability. Retirement is about making your money last as long as you do. But you have to also take into consideration what you want in life. You don't want to just save money and then do and say that again. You don't want to just keep saving money and say it again. You don't want to just keep saving money and not allow yourself to enjoy life. Quality of life is key here. And this is a good time for a break. Commercial break is inserted here. Music transition. Let me pause for a moment to ask you an important question. If you retire tomorrow, would you know exactly where your retirement income will come from? Would you know whether your investment allocations align with your retirement goals? Would you know whether your portfolio is positioned appropriately for the next phase of your financial life? Many people aren't sure, and that's perfectly understandable. Retirement planning involves so many moving parts: investment management, income planning, tax planning, risk management, healthcare planning, social security decisions. That's why I offer a complimentary retirement readiness consultation. During this consultation, we'll reviews during this conversation, we'll review your current investment allocations, your retirement income strategies, risk exposure, tax efficient planning opportunities, social security considerations, and potential gaps that could affect your retirement success. The objective is simple: help you understand where the objective is simple. Help you understand where you are today and what opportunities may exist to strengthen your financial future. So to schedule your complimentary consultation, visit marshallyourmoney.com. Again, that's marshallyourmoney.com. I look forward to speaking to you. Now let's get back to today's episode. Transition music back into the show. Step 6, review your investment allocation. One of the biggest misconceptions about retirement is that growth no longer matters. The truth is, many retirees may spend 25 to 30 years in retirement. That's a long time. Your money may still need to grow. Your portfolio should generally seek to balance three objectives. Say that again. Your money may still need to grow. Your portfolio should generally seek to balance three objectives: growth, income, and risk management. And too much risk can create unnecessary volatility, and too much growth can create another problem: outliving your assets. Yeah, that's another issue. Finding the right balance is critical. Retirement investing isn't about eliminating risk, it's about managing risk intelligently. So, inflation could be a big problem as you get older into retirement. How much power your dollar has when you do pull it out is essential. So that's why growth is critical. You need to be outperforming inflation. Step 7, prepare for healthcare expenses. Now, that's a big one. Healthcare expenses are one of the largest financial challenges retirees face. There's no way around it. Unfortunately, many people underestimate these costs. Healthcare planning should include Medicare premiums, supplemental insurance, prescription medications, dental care, vision care, long term care considerations. Healthcare inflation also rises faster than general inflation. So you need to keep that take that in consideration. Ignoring healthcare expenses can undermine or otherwise, say that again. Ignoring healthcare expenses can undermine and otherwise, say that one more time. Ignoring healthcare expenses can undermine an otherwise strong retirement plan. The best time to prepare is before healthcare costs become a financial burden. Dig your well before you're thirsty. Step 8. Step 8. Create tax efficient retirement income. Now, many retirees focus on investment returns while overlooking taxes. Now, taxes can significantly impact retirement income. Different accounts receive different tax treatment. Traditional IRAs, Roth IRAs, brokerage accounts, annuities, Social Security benefits. The order in which you withdraw assets can influence your tax liability. Sometimes improving tax efficiency can have the same effect as increasing investment returns. So sometimes, if you're able to get more from your money or receive more of your money, it's just as good or better than how much your money is earning for you. The goal isn't simply generating income, the goal is maximizing after tax income. Step 9, protect against inflation. Inflation is often called the silent thief, and it is, and this is why. Because it gradually reduces purchasing power. A dollar today won't buy the same amount 20 years from now. Retirees face a unique challenge because retirement may last decades, and your income strategy should include ways to address rising costs over time. As a matter of fact, when you do your financial plan, even when you're in the accumulation phase, you need to factor in inflation on an annual basis. If you're just running the numbers straight, then you're going to be given numbers that are not real in terms to reality. Now, while inflation may not seem significant in a single year, its, its cumulative its cumulative impact can be substantial. That's why protecting purchasing power remains an essential component of retirement planning. It's not fun, it's not sexy, but it has to be done. Step 10, review and update your plan regularly. Just like we always talk about, you can have a plan, but you have to go back and look at that plan on a consistent basis. Retirement planning is not a one time event, it's an ongoing process. Life changes, markets change, tax laws change, healthcare costs change, family situations change. Your retirement strategy your retirement strategy should evolve accordingly. Regular reviews help ensure your plan remains aligned with your goals and the current circumstances. Small adjustments made today can prevent longer problems. Small adjustments made today can prevent larger problems tomorrow. The most successful retiree treats retirement planning as a process rather than a destination. These are my final thoughts. Before we close, we need to say that all again. Before we close, let's review today's 10 retirement income principles. 1. Create a written retirement income plan. 2. Identify essential and discretionary expenses. Say two over again. Two, identify essential and discretionary expenses. Three, maximize Social Security benefits. Four, establish an emergency cash reserve. Five, develop, say five over again. Five, develop a retirement withdrawal strategy. Six, review your investment allocation. Seven, prepare for healthcare expenses. Eight, create tax efficient retirement income. Nine, protect against inflation. And 10, review and update your plan regularly. These principles work together to help create a retirement built on confidence rather than uncertainty. And remember, retirement isn't about reaching a finish line, it's about beginning a new chapter with a strategy designed to support the life you've worked hard to build. Thanks for joining me for today's episode number 84 of 100 Wealth Building Secrets, which is so you're ready to retire. Now what? In today's episode, we provided value. And say that again. If today's episode provided value, please subscribe, share it with your friends, share it with your family, and leave a review. And if you'd like a complimentary consultation, don't forget, go to marshallyourmoney.com and we'll set up something to meet with you. Until next time, remember, building wealth is important. Protecting wealth is essential. Creating dependable income is the key to lasting financial security. I'm James Marshall. Thank you for listening. And as always, keep building wealth. Peace.